Greetings and welcome, my beautiful beings of light. Your spiritual family is so delighted that you are reading the monthly messages. The Creator and your spiritual families are sending you a spiritual hug. Simply close your eyes and feel their presence right there with you, hugging you so closely. Each of you are so very special and loved beyond measure. Spiritual families, you ask, who are they? Allow this messenger to bring you some remembrances of home. My beloveds, your spiritual families have been with you for eons. They are the beautiful beings of light that you are closest to on the other side of the veil. They are your friends, loved ones, and classmates. They have reincarnated with you time and time again. For those within the spiritual family that incarnate, they have played many characters in your lifetimes just as you have played many roles in their lifetimes as well. My beloveds, for those that have not remembered as of yet, there are light beings that do not typically come into human form. These light beings are usually your spirit guides, angels, spiritual advisors, council of elders and many others. There are some instances where perhaps your spiritual guides and spiritual advisors may have been in human form at some time, but this is very rare indeed. If you sense a spirit guide is a beloved grandmother or special person that has been in your life this time around, it could be, but this is a very rare occurrence and was specifically planned out because of your particular experiences or life lesson needs. As you go through your life lessons and progress from one lifetime to another, you also may advance into other learning groups on the light plane that corresponds to your level of evolvement. Levels of evolvement could also be stated as your frequency levels, if you will. Occasionally entire groups evolve upwards together. My beautiful beings of grace, this is not a fast process and it may take hundreds of incarnated lifetimes before you are ready to move from one spiritual group to another, or for that matter an entire group to evolve to the next level of spiritual learning or higher frequency. You are mentored and loved and never judged. Does that surprise you, my beautiful beings of grace, that you are so revered and cherished? It is time to sweep away those cobwebs and remember the other side of the veil, my beloveds. You are always learning, my beautiful beings of grace, that is what this is all about. Life is not static on the earth plane, and it certainly isn't static in the higher light realms either. Some earth plane lifetimes are tougher than others because that is the way that they have been scripted by you and your spiritual advisors. It might be that your higher self has taken 2 steps backwards during this current lifetime because something within the scripted lesson plan hasn't been completed, or that your higher self has progressed 5 steps forward because more was able to be accomplished within this span of incarnated life. My beloveds, your scripted incarnation plans are very detailed and complex, with a great deal of learning to be accomplished packed into each lifetime. You have actually tried on this lifetime before you even leave the light realms. You chose your body, your parents, your friends, your victims, your betrayers, and all the other players before you even stepped through the veil of forgetfulness. Yes, even the gentleman on the corner you smiled at the other day you scripted. Your cast of characters is handpicked by you and all have agreed to play whatever part has been assigned to them, both positive and negative. These agreements are known as contracts. Does any of this, my beloveds, flicker a light of awareness within your current beingness? Don't be concerned if not, it simply isn't time for you to have this information yet. However, the information will surface again and again until you are ready to confirm it for yourself. Allow this messenger to take you on a mediation journey. Your future self would like to spend some time with you today. Sit in a chair or lie down so that you are comfortable. Uncross your arms and legs, as this blocks the flow of energy. If you chill easily, cover up with a light blanket. It's time to be comfortable and undisturbed for a while as you journey within yourself through meditation. Close your eyes and take a few comfortable deep breaths in and out. Visualize with each in-breath, you are breathing in love and renewal. With each out-breath, you are breathing out fear, frustration, and doubt. With your final exhale, let it all go with a sigh as you are breathing out all frustrations of the day. Feel your total body relaxing and give yourself permission to feel the calm and peace. My beloveds, ask your ego self to perch on your left shoulder. Instruct your ego self that it is only to be an observer on this journey, it is not to participate. If it helps you to visualize your ego self by identifying it as a symbol or as an object, please do so. My beautiful beings of light, in your imagination ask through prayer for the Creator to send you a protective ray of white light, by mentally praying something like this: My Creator, I am asking please for a protective ray of white light to enfold me in love and lift me up so that I am experiencing the very highest of vibrations during this journey into my innermost depths of understanding and being. My Creator, I am protecting myself on this journey from anything that is not for my highest good. I am thanking you, my Creator, for this ray. I am visualizing the ray in my imagination now coming down through the corner of the area where I am meditating. I am sensing it is entering into my physical form, permeating all that is within my I am presence. My beloveds, the Creator has responded to your prayer and has gifted you with an iridescent white ray plus a soft silver ray and one golden fluid ray for this journey. The rays are entering into your body through the soles of your feet and moving up through your physical vessel, permeating throughout all of your etheric energy fields and physical vessel and into all corners of the actual area that you are meditating in. The rays then are exiting through your crown chakra. The rays are returning to the Creator and cycling back down through you again and back to the Creator in a continuous circular loop while you are in meditation. You are now divinely protected at this moment, and nothing can even communicate with you that is not for your highest good, without your permission. My divine beings of grace, you are breathing very slowly and evenly now, you are feeling so secure and safe. Breathe in deeply, my beautiful beings of light, and sense the lighter, relaxed feelings of being divinely protected and guided into this meditation. Breathe in deeply and know that you are breathing to the pulse of the Creator. Breathe in deeply, allowing now, seeing and sensing within your spiritual imagination your guardian angels and invited spirit guides as they join you now. The angels take your etheric essence hands and guide you out of your physical body. The angels then direct you into your etheric spiritual heart chakra. An angel has elected to stay with your physical essence until you return from your meditation journey. My beloveds, you are visualizing, seeing, feeling and sensing this within your imagination. Your guardian angels, spirit guides and special invited guests are with you now within your spiritual heart chakra. Your angels and guides are helping you locate the golden door that says to my highest guidance within. In your imagination you have located the golden door, and now you turn the etheric spiritual doorknob, opening the door as you cross over the threshold, knowing that you are on a spiritual growth adventure. You find yourself in a white marble corridor. Your angels guide you down the hall to the third door to your right. The label on the door says to your garden of serenity. You open the door and cross over the threshold and find that you are in a hallway with yet another door to walk through. You do so and find that this additional door leads into a meadow. You look across the meadow and see the large mountain off in the distance with a path leading to the steps that go up the side of the mountain. On top of the mountain you see glistening in the light, the spires of your very own crystal palace refracting their brilliance when light interacts with the crystal facets. Beautiful, you say to yourself. The angels hand you a sun hat and sunglasses and off you all go down the path to the mountain side. You are coming up on the brook with the arched wooden bridge across it. As you step onto the bridge you hear the brook greet you and tell you that it has been a long time since it has seen you. You stop in the middle of the bridge and look down at the brook and converse back and forth for a minute, thanking the brook for its greetings. On the other side of the bridge you see two angels waiting. The angels ask you to take off the backpacks you are wearing filled with fears, frustrations, pain, and grief. They tell you that if you so desire when you return from your visit you can put them back on, if you like, but for now they will hold on to them for you as you need to be as clear as possible in this special inner space. You hand the angels the backpacks and immediately you notice how much lighter you feel without them weighing you down. You begin climbing the steps up the side of the mountain. As you step higher and higher you recognize that you are now floating up the remainder of the steps. In no time at all you are standing at the top of the mountain being greeted by your favorite white unicorn, Jake. Jake so enjoys your visits and particularly likes his ears stroked, and he tells you so. You oblige and find that stroking Jake's ears are like touching silk, they are so soft and his fur is so fine. Jake has brought you a flower from your garden and it has a message for you. Ask the flower what it would like you to know and thank it for the love and the message. The angels tell you that today you will be meeting your future self in your garden of serenity. Your future self feels that you have not given yourself enough time to play lately, so it wants you outdoors enjoying your beautiful garden of serenity. In the garden distance you hear an old steam organ playing your very own song. Jake and your angels lead you towards the sound. As you approach the steam organ you see jugglers, mimes, artists, merry-go-round and a giant Ferris wheel. You just love these types of activities and enjoy watching the festivities for a moment or two. Located on a park bench about 3 feet away, your future self sits waiting on you. As your future self hears you approach, it rises to greet you. Your future self hugs you and you both sit down next to each other on the park bench for a while. You both watch as the angels ride on your Ferris wheel. The angels are having such a marvelous time laughing and giggling as they go round and round. Your future self realizes that it is concerned about you because you've restricted yourself to no playtime. Your future self describes how every important time out to play and just be are to your well-being and your spiritual health. Your future self continues to explain that when you are home within your life between lives you are never restricted from play, and it is play that allows you to keep your imagination active for creating those things that you want. Your playful imagination is one of the tools needed to help relieve stress. Your future self passes along. You look at your future self with tears of love and happiness rolling down your cheeks. It has been so long since you felt this understood and loved unconditionally. Your earth plane support circumstances have been non-existent. Your future self reminds you that you selected a very difficult life script for this incarnation. You nod your head and lay it against your future self's shoulder, sobbing uncontrollably now. Jake brings over a tissue box and you select several to dry your tears. You feel much better after the tear release valves opened up and allowed those pent-up frustrations to flood out. You thank Jake for the tissues and Jake wanders back over to the Ferris wheel to await his turn to ride. Your future self keeps assuring you that it is all right, you needed that stream of tears released. Your future self opens a mini movie screen in front of you and asks you to have a look at what 10 years from now will look like for you. You view intently and thank your future self for that encouraging glimpse into your future. The preview is contingent upon a lot of potential variables all falling into place, your future self shares. There is always the possibility of change, but at the moment your divine blueprint of the future looks like this, your future self continues. The scenes are happier and more joyful than you have ever experienced before on the earth plane, and you certainly will rejoice at this change in your current life. My beloveds, if you are not seeing this information, do not worry, it is not your time yet to have it, it will be presented to you again at a later time. Your future self is delighted that you are feeling more upbeat about the coming years. Your future self does have another surprise for you as it brings out several children that look really familiar to you. Your future self introduces you to your inner children of various ages that have been with you during critical times within this incarnation. Your future self explains that these children each arrived at points of great trauma and emotional upheaval in your current lifetime. The current age of each child is the age that the trauma and drama occurred within your current lifetime. Each of these children need to be loved, comforted, and allowed to see you as you are now. They also need to be assured that life has changed for you since their abrupt trauma creation. They need to be allowed to see that their point of trauma is now behind you, your future self explains. Your future self guides you to take each child and hug it and let it know that the trauma has passed and you have progressed past it. In this way they no longer need to be separate entities from you. As each child is hugged and shown your progression, it is cleared of the trauma that created it. Its energies blend back into you as part of the whole. You continue until all the children have been merged back with you essence. It is amazing, you tell your future self, how much stronger you feel with the separated energies of the children now all merged back within the whole self. Your future self smiles and tells you that these separated entities have been drawing considerable energy from you since their creation. Your energy levels should be back to 100% within a few days. Your future self gets up and tells you it is now time for you to play. Ride the Ferris wheel or the merry-go-round or have some cotton candy or ice cream. Your future self lets you know that its time with you has ended for this visit. You hug and you watch as your future self retreats back to your crystal palace. Jake comes back over and walks you around the park and rides with you on whatever you select. Jake nudges you when it is time for you to return, and walks you back to the staircase down the side of the mountain. You feel complete and whole and refreshed as you and your angels and special invited guests are ready to return. As if by magic you find yourself back at the base of the steps. You tell the angels holding the backpacks that they may vaporize the contents as you no longer need these energy-draining areas in your life. You thank them for their efforts and watch as each of the backpacks vaporizes before you. Smiling, you thank them profusely for their help. The angels then transport you back to your starting point. You instantly find yourself back in the white marble corridor. You catch a glimpse of your glowing essence in the mirror, more whole feeling than you have felt in such a long time. Your angels lead you back across the threshold of the golden door within, back into your spiritual heart chakra, and then they assist the return of your spiritual essence back into your physical form. Take a deep breath to help you reorient as you wiggle your fingers and toes. When you are ready, open your eyes. Go about your day remembering that your inner higher wisdom and angelic support staff are always at your service, working with you to help you reach your highest, most appropriate potential. Listen for those first thoughts that pop into your awareness and know without a shadow of a doubt that you are receiving daily spiritual guidance. Beloveds, you are blessed beyond words and loved beyond measure, more than any earth plane language can ever express. I am Archangel Michael, the Creator's messenger of love, joy, wisdom, light, peace, and grace.